Kane, Kane says, we're looking for anything that would affect us, that would... We're looking for a powerful source of magic that would affect things on the surface.
And let me guess, you have no idea where to even start looking.
If we had that sort of information, I'm guessing that someone else would have acted on it by now.
I'm not sure you two should keep up this whole investigation thing once all of this is over. You don't seem to be quite good at it.
Well, we've been doing far better than anyone else has. Which is sad,
That
really. I'm not a
really
professional
worries
detective
me.
at all, and yet I've somehow done better than theirs.
Goldhand seems to be no longer paying attention to Kane as he talks and walks over to the dock guy and asks, are there any sort of magical authorities around that I could talk to?
Magical authorities? Well, there are plenty of magic users, but they tend to mostly keep themselves hidden because, well, I mean, mages aren't exactly known for their trustworthiness around these places, and the moment that something kind of happens around here, they're the first one to get blamed.
Well, you sound like you know an awful lot about these mages, and I'm betting you could probably tell me where to find at least one of them. So, I'd really appreciate it if you could help us out. Can I roll persuasion?
Sure.
Jeez. 9.
9. Alright. Listen, man. I'm here to be in charge of the docks. I ain't no snitch.
I'm not asking you to snitch, I'm just asking you to point us in the right direction.
Well, how about I point you in a direction where you can find someone that could help you find this mage of yours.
You're gonna point us at someone who will point us somewhere else to find someone that could maybe point us in the right direction. I see nothing wrong with this, sure.
Kane face palms and says, come on. We've got to take our leads where we can get them.
Well, I might need something to freshen up my memory.
Something to freshen up your memory. Oh, wait a moment. I think I've got just the thing. And he pulls out a club. This is usually pretty good at knocking sense into people. Why don't I give this a try? Can I roll intimidation?
Sure, roll intimidation.
Kane's just shaking his head at this point.
That is a big old 23.
Yeah, he takes a step back and holds his hands like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Calm down. There's no need for a fight. You clearly outnumber me. But, yeah, if anything you want to know about kind of the things that you should know about, the Old Clam is normally where you would go.
Is that some kind of a pub or an inn?
Yeah, it's a pub. Although when you go there, you probably should stay out of the back room. Just a heads up.
Really? What exactly is in the back room?
Kane immediately speaks up and says, only ask if you really want to know.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't really want to know. What's in that back room?
People that you wouldn't like to meet.
Is that right? Because where I come from, I might have been considered one of those people once a time, so we might have a lot in common.
Well, I don't know about you, but I guess you and your friend and your club might actually fit in now that I think about it, but if you value your life as much as I do mine, I would avoid those places. These people, they tend to do business in the back room and often don't like to be disturbed.
Well, fortunately for us, the things that I value usually weigh a bit more than just a few words. So, let's get going, you two. We've got new friends to make.
Kane says, if you mean in the back room, I don't particularly enjoy the prospect of getting on some mafia's bad side.
Well, then why don't you go do your investigating in the main room, and I'll slip into the back room myself and do some investigating.
Kane sighs and facepalms and says, okay, whatever. At the very least, be careful and make sure you have an escape route, okay?
I'm always careful. So, where can we find this rotted clam or rusty clam or whatever? What was this place again?
The old clam. The old clam.
The old clam. Where can we find this old clam?
Well, if you go down there, down the street, you can head up the stairs, and then you can climb over the wall. It's on the second layer. If you go down the street there, you take a left, and you should probably just find it. You can recognize it by the music that comes from the place. The owner tends to really like his violin music.
All right. Pepper, go find the violin music for us, please. Lead the way.
And he flies off.
Jeez, that is a harsh sound to suddenly hear, Norbert. You shouldn't do that.
It's not that loud for me, to be honest. Maybe it's my microphone being shitty again.
And at this point, Corey says, you know, it'd be really nice if we had a bunny-eared murloc with us. And Kane says, don't remind me.
Well, Goldhand goes walking off after Pepper, seeming as casual and relaxed as one can be in a place like this, though he's keeping an eye out for anything suspicious.
We're in the Underdark. Everything's suspicious.
Then he's probably looking for something that's not suspicious, which would mean that in a place like this, it is suspicious.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you as you walk over the streets, you can still smell the salty sea water that isn't far from you. Everything seems to be clam and damp as the cobblestone street just never seem to fully dry up. Characters wearing robes with hoods pretty much walk all over the place, but they never tend to kind of stay in one place. Everyone is on the move.
Given that Kane is wearing a robe with a hood, he probably fits right in.
Oh, yes, you will probably fit right in there.
In fact, he's probably going to go and shift to his...
Perception check?
Kane, I think, is going to... Yeah, he's going to go ahead and shift to his were-rat shape.
In that case, as they're walking around, Goldhand is going to put on a hood of his own, though not a robe and hood, more of a hood and a pirate. He looks very Assassin's Creed 4 right now, dressed like a pirate but with a hood.
Right, anyway, perception check, you said?
Yeah, perception check.
Let's see, go ahead and move that window.
17. No, 16, sorry. Actually,
18.
no.
Let's see, wisdom is...
18.
18, okay.
Okay.
And Kane?
That would be a 21.
Alright. As you walk over the street, you can see one of the hooded figures have like a bit of a grey snout poking out of it. Two pearly eyes look at you and seem quite shocked as he quickly runs away the other direction.
What kind of snout did we say?
It's quite a long, thin snout with brushy hairs coming out of it.
Did this surprise seem to be to the tune of fear in a way?
Or a better question, was the surprise more at Gold or Kane?
It seemed to be at Kane, and you can't really tell if it was fear. He just seemed surprised and quickly ran off.
Goldhand leans over to Kane and whispers, either someone really doesn't want to see you, or they're running to find some people that really do.
And Kane says, more specifically, I imagine that either they want me to join their gang, or they see potential competition for their gang.
Well, up to you if you want to go run after him and find out.
If he
It
wanted
doesn't
me to
really
follow
seem to be in
after,
my business.
if he wanted me to follow after him, he would have signaled for me to do so. I, for one, do not particularly want any part of whatever gang wars they might be in. And I doubt they have any information useful to us.
I don't know why you assume it's a gang. It just seems a little suspicious. If somebody saw me and ran the other direction and I knew that no one in this place should know me, I might want to ask a few questions about that, but like I said, this is none of my business. Oh, and look, I think this is our old clam we were looking for.
Kane goes ahead and remains in his where-rat form for now, simply because it's unlikely that if that is a bad thing, they're going to try anything in or around this place. So, for now, he's going to remain in that. So, if it is a positive thing, they can recognize him. But if it's a negative thing, then yeah. All right. So.
All right. As you get closer to the old clam, you can hear the violin music, and you can see Peppers being perched on the sign right outside of it. I found it!
Goldhand holds up an arm for Pepper to come and land on, and then heads on inside.
Cold. Gonna put on the blanket.
On the inside, the smell of strong liquor immediately hits you, as you can see that there's a small crowd sitting around tables. There's a small stage with a girl playing the violin. This girl is looks like a dwarf. She's a bit taller than a normal dwarf, but has completely black skin.
Sorry, I was tending to blanket. What was that last part?
There's a dwarven girl playing the violin, who's slightly taller than a normal dwarf, and has completely black skin.
Well, Kane recognized that as a Dwargar, but he's not going to point it out or anything unless Goldhand asks or something.
Yeah, can I roll to see if I know about this? Like, what do I need to roll?
You've been in the Undercity before, right?
Yeah, once or twice.
You can roll history.
They'd be common enough. Wouldn't it just be a he knows?
12.
Yeah, you know. You know that this is Drogar, you said, right? What the official name for
Dwargar, I
it was?
believe it was.
Dwargar. Yeah, and yeah, they live here.
Okay, nothing special. Alright then,
They tend to be kind of shady, but then again, pretty much everyone kind of is.
So, is there anyone else? Kane looks around. Is there anyone else in the area that seems particularly noteworthy in appearance?
Uh, the people that are there are a combination